Hey there, folks. DarkPhoenix here from DarkPhoenix Gaming, and let's play some more Medieval 2 Total War as the Byzantine Empire. So now we've moved all our dudes and done everything we can, so I am going to end the turn. And I conveniently forgot to move that one diplomat. Fortunately, we had that action queued up. So now everyone else is going to make their moves. Now, Mr. Diplomat, go. We get blocked by Sofia, a rebel castle that will probably be taken by the filthy Hungarians. Thessalonica has its roads now. We have a decent amount of coin sitting in the bank. I could use it to start buying improvements and so on, but instead,
ready to trade.
I am going to probably start building up an army, at least to some degree. That said, we do need some improvements. There's an army of rebels outside of our settlement here. But none of that is of any interest to us right now. We're going to recruit a few more soldiers in Nicaea and Constantinople, so that we have a couple more men with us. And then some of the force from Constantinople is going to meet up with this army. Because we are going to storm Rhodes soon after we take Smyrna. And speaking of Smyrna,
yes, my lord. This is where
we're not even going to wait. We are going to assault their settlement. It's a 10-to-3 battle ratio, so normally that's the kind of thing that I would fight. The kind of thing that I would end up fighting through the auto-resolve, but this is the first battle of the campaign. And traditionally, I always fight the first battle myself. But we are going to attempt a knight's attack just for the extra star. So, let us do it. Commence the battle.
Bring out people honor, glory, and most of all, victory!
And now it is time for our general to give a speech. And I shall shut up so we can hear it.
It is an honor to be thought a well-educated man, for are we not a nation of erudite warriors? But I tell you that in all the books I have ever studied, I have never seen an account of creatures as lowly as our foes. However, my learning leads me to suspect that they may die as easily as other men. These rebellious knaves and villains are not fit to breathe the same air as we honest men. They must all die before dawn comes again. This is a mercy, because they richly deserve the gallows for turning against their betters. As a man of learning, I tell you books and all that stuff are all very nice. But on a day like this, you want a sword and a good suit of armor. A cutting word is nowhere near as good as sharpened steel. Let's to the enemy and show them!
Very nice indeed. So we shall start our deployment. And hang on a second. Apologies for the whole pausing in the middle of the recording thing, folks, but what happened there was I realized I had forgotten to set up my timer for this episode, so I had to Alt-Tab out and check how long I'd been recording for and then set that timer. This is now done. And so we can begin setting up our formations for the attack. We'll have our archers in front, with our spearmen behind, and our general behind him in this area. And off to the side, we will have our guys with the battering ram. Could not think of what to call them there. Let's see. And now we have 2 units over here, but both of them have battering rams. Let's see here. There we are. I would say that's a nice grouping. And the enemy does not appear to be falling back a whole lot. What I'm going to do here is, let's see, attack in 2 locations. Archers move up. You fellows can also advance. And General What's-His-Face can stay back and just take a supporting role. You're the battering ram people. I would have liked you to be running, honestly. Advance. Advance. Now, would you please get that gate down? Archers, advance. You two engage. General What's-His-Face, move up. How are things going over here? Not insignificant damage to the wall. And they have spear militia over here. Come on, wall.
We are through the enemy's walls, into the breach for glory and victory.
Yes, yes, yes. Now drop your siege equipment. my dear spearmen. And attack.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and
Move up
wholehearted, victory
and
will be
engage their
ours.
forces. You also drop that ram. Chimarilla up. They're not going all that badly.
Our soldiers have
Pending,
proved their
of
worth
course.
today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Now attack them. Drop your siege equipment and attack. Formations there. And our men are now inside the walls and fighting hard. It's gonna be a bloody slogfest to get in there, but we will succeed. Victory will be ours. And our men over here are doing well. The general is maintaining good order close to the front lines for the very simple reason that his presence gives the men morale. That's my justification. Better morale for them being around. This unit of peasant archers is routing and broken. And our friends there. Yeah, they've all broken. Make for the town center. There's one unit of Anatolian town militia there that don't seem to want to give in. But the rest of them seem to recognize the futility of their actions. And this one unit has come back from routing, so get inside the walls. You do a better job in there. And since my general is not
Only
stupid,
half the enemy force remains.
we are not sending him in to fight directly. So, let's do this. The enemy force is basically broken at this point. It's just us mopping up. But, since there's still a reasonable number of forces left, there's enough active participation from me in the mop-up process that I don't want to just cut it out or speed things up, because when I do that, things tend to go wrong for me, is my experience. There's the archers. Okay. The two of you cease fire, I think. Don't want to have our archers firing on my own men. Not at all. No, take out those light infantry for me. They are
The
routing
enemy
and
general
broken.
flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Alright. That force has fallen. The enemy has some left up this way. And the second body of our army is moving in to flank them from the rear. They're about to be caught in a vice between our two forces. And by God, is it gonna be satisfying. But for now, all my archers can cease their actions. The rest of our army here is slowly getting involved in the battle. And we're eventually going to finish these people off. It is going our way. That's without question. Our way is the way it is going. For whatever reason, these men were just sitting around doing nothing, even though I gave them orders. I do hate it when that happens. They just decide that orders are optional or something, apparently.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, the enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
And now, we have all but won this battle. It was a violent and bloody engagement the whole way. But we have basically won.
Praise to our Lord. Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart.
Good. Though it wasn't really a general, more like a random peasant who they gave an especially fancy stick to and told him he was in charge. Kind of like how a militia unit becomes the general in a battle in Rome 2. That sort of thing, yes. Go on, then.
Excellent! Our men have taken control of the castle.
You're done. There's now one of them left. And there we are. Okay. Kill the Anatolian spearmen now, and archers, please stop. Really, though, they should not still be fighting. They should be laying down their arms and begging for my mercy. Yes, they are not. Because they're stupid, dirty rebels. That's why. Clearly. And we can't let the filthy rebels think they have a chance of emerging victorious. If we can give them ideas above their station, we don't want that. one spear militia
This
left.
is a clear victory.
And they
that
are
goes to
dead.
only men of great virtue and valor.
I don't know about that, really. We lost over 300 men. Out of our 1,284, we lost 320. I don't like those odds. I'll need to improve that. It's obvious to me my military tactics need some work. So if you have any tips on that, do let me know. But we've just crossed the 20-minute mark, so I think I am going to cut this episode here. This has been DarkPhoenix with DarkPhoenix Gaming. And if you've enjoyed this episode of The Phoenix Rises, then please share this video, subscribe to keep up with my latest uploads, and follow me on my social media. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. See you then, folks. See you then.